Hey there, Artist Caleb here. Let's take a fast look at 99 Levels to Hell 2.0. Now then, you can get this on Steam, and when you start up the game right away, there's no controller support. So if you're trying to select things in the option, and you know, you typically, if you know, like a 2D side scroller, you're going to have some controller support. Usually, not always. And it's not always the way to go. Mouse and keyboard is great as well, but I like to use controllers for 2D. That's just an old school thing I think I like. So here's the thing. Also, there isn't going to be any music when you start this up. By default, no music. You won't hear anything, except for little clicks here that you can make and everything. That you find in here. You can turn your music on and off in here. Your controller here, now I get confused about this personally, right? Because you got a little X right here, and the X is kind of like, you know, no, I don't want the controller. But if you take it off, you're like, oh, there's no control. I should check mark it. No, I don't want a controller. So, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But anyway, yeah, you'll want to turn that on if you're going to use a controller. We'll go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to turn the music on. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. But I'm going to leave it on, and I'll tell you why. Because for me personally, it's really bleak. It's dark music, and I think it's actually I think it's mismatched. For this type of game, I'd kind of wish for something a little bit more upbeat, jazzy, or cool. You know what I'm saying? It can still be kind of, you know, kind of dark, but more of kind of like a Double Fine sort of Tim Schafer sort of, you know, jazzy kind of dark sound. I think it'd be a lot more fun. So anyway, I'll go ahead and leave that on. We'll start a new game. You still can't use your controller to select this stuff. You're going to use just this one character available right here, and then your mouse cursor is sort of right there on screen, but you know, I'll just move it to the side, get rid of it. Okay, so controller back and forth. You're going to aim with your right stick. Now here's the weird part. You're gonna jump around with your left trigger. Now notice he's got this Mario jumping kind of sound here. It's me, Mario, I'm in hell. Right? But it's not like the A button, right? Or even X, you know? Something more traditional. So it kind of messes with your mind, there's no doubt about that. We could take the tutorial, but it's a little bit slow. So starting out, we've got this little narrative that we read here.
Sad tale begins on a bleak and twisted night. A witch mother bearing twins, 2 boys, one dark, one light.
I thought he said 2 boys, 1 dog.
Soon grew sickly. She tried her best for her boys.
Right. Anyway, so he goes on like that. So you get into the game, and you can use your bomb, right, to blast through if you want. But really, it's a lot easier just to use your gun. Yeah, and it's ranged, by the way. So you want to get kind of nice and close. I like to use this for close encounters. Plus, you can use these ladders over here. Go up or down. Alright, and then you have to use A to select in order to get your bombs and stuff like that. Okay, I don't know. There's a symbol right here. Oh, great, it's satanic. It's so weird, you know? It's kind of like, well, what's the theme here? We're going for hell. For dark. All in a really fun kind of Mario themed, you know, like for little kids. I'm not trying to be hypercritical, but yeah, I don't know. It's just an odd match. Okay, so then you shoot these little flying tomatoes, and they blow up, and you got to find a key somewhere. So there's a key. All right, so we got a key, and at some point, and I think there's a timer in here. Yeah, see, it says get out now, right? And that means we've got to find the door. I have no idea where the door is. We'll just go looking for it. Ah, there's the door down there. Gotcha. I don't know what happens if you stay in there. But, well, there it is. Okay, so when I first started trying to get this game to work, I got so frustrated that I just uninstalled it. a couple of times, you know, but I wanted to give it a chance. I wanted to get in and try to make it work if I could. But for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out how to do that, because the very second that you... Okay, so we got a portal here. That'll zap you over here to the other side. And we're dead. Because the very second you touch your keyboard while you're using the controller, you're out of commission. That's it. You have no more move functions. You can jump still, you can aim your gun, but you can't move around. So it immediately breaks. I got so frustrated that I just didn't know what to do. It seemed like the sound wasn't working, all that sort of stuff. It was working. I didn't know how to get it to work. So I didn't have an enjoyable experience, and I didn't really, well, to be frank, some of the art style, it just seems mismatched. I'm sure there's something great to be had from this game, so I don't want to knock it entirely, you know? I feel like they put effort in. Buy the game and try it out for yourself, you know? If you see it on sale, grab it, and maybe you have a great time with it. For me personally, it just isn't my cup of tea. I'll be honest. I'm just being honest with you. For me personally, it's not my cup of tea. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more to this. In fact, I know there's a lot more to this. Probably tons of different themes and everything like that. But frankly, I'm just not feeling it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call this here. It was just a really light review and definitely a fast look. But I've just tried to exit the game, and now I've got this thing happening with my mouse cursor here, and it's stuck. I'm trying to move around, trying to jump. I have absolutely no control now other than to do that. So, I don't know what the heck, you know? Maybe that's just how badly I suck or something, but it seems kind of broken to me. Maybe it's just me, but that's just how it seems, okay? And so it's not personally my cup of tea, so I'm going to go ahead and move on because life's short and there are about a trillion other games that we need to try out. What I'd say is, you know, I'm always going to pat the developer on the back and say, you know, I mean, so much hard work went into this, I'm sure, but anyway, that's about it, and I'll see you later.